Hey guys, we're playing a Kerbal Space Program 2. It, because I have a 4090, the game actually runs pretty well. Well, sorry guys for the with the older video cards, but this thing actually, I can redline my 4090 here and have to be pretty careful about. Like, for example, Steam has this chat window which uses an absurd amount of GPU horsepower, and you have to turn off GPU acceleration in the Steam menu for the Steam built-in stuff, and that saves you a little on the power. What I'm doing here is I have this little cheat pod where I have infinite fuel, just basically an engine and a pod, and I've been using this to look for Easter eggs. I'm at Tylo right now, and I'm at an altitude of about 14 kilometers radar altitude. And you notice ahead there's a crater with a glowing dot in it, and we will now try to fly to that crater without making a new crater in the process. Let's see, gonna start my deorbit. The procedure for scanning for anomalies is to get low and get as low as you can over the terrain, so that the things start becoming visible. And of course, the keyboard mappings change every time you load the game, which is problematic. But I'm sorry about the night side approach. It's just. It was nighttime when I got to the planet. Yeah, I can blast this. Come on, bleed off the speed. Yeah, because I'm using fuel cheat, I have no issues with fuel. And now I'm losing altitude. Alright, what I just need to do is bleed speed as quickly as possible. Alright, now I can fly kind of normally. Alright, well, first I gotta take that off. Okay, let's see how close we can get to this thing. I've looked at every planet, and of course I saw the one on Moon. There might be another one on Moon, I don't know. I've seen different pictures. There's of course one on Minmus, which is pretty easy to get to, pretty easy to find. It's just in a crater on the north side. This Tylo one, I'll show you the map if I can once I make it down one way or the other. And we'll pick. As I'm running out of altitude to mess around with, I think I'm gonna just go up angle, kill my rate of descent. I'm watching that right there. Now I'm gonna turn this way. So I'm gonna. I'm gonna just hold this at 2% until I like my rate. Yeah. Okay. Go back to slow down. Watch my altitude. Go back to slow down. Just slow down. Shut up, Paige. Piage or whatever. Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to take off from this. I mean, not with this stupid little thing, but I should be able to EVA. Come on. Get out of my face, stupid menu. Okay. Yeah, let's there be light. All right, I'll bring us around to the. I think Tylo is tidally locked, so we have to wait until it orbits Jewel, and we'll do that, and then let there be light. What the heck? No control. The game's bugged. Yeah, man, I should have gotten closer to the thing before. What? Well, I wanted to do an Easter egg video, and it looks like I'm doing a bug video instead. What in God's name are you doing, little guy? What? I mean, Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, well, let's just, looks like walking around the object is not going to be in our to-do list today. Let's take a look at the map really closely. Alright. Get out of my face, stupid menu. Okay, let's take a look at that. Take a leaf. Let's see. Get out of my face, stupid menu. Stupid. The good old days, you just click somewhere else, and if you didn't have it pinned, it would be gone. Or if I mean, there were just so many useful things the old interface had. And All right, that Kerbal's a lost cause. Well, there's a monument. There's some pointers for finding it. All right, I'll continue my report. On Duna. Let's see. On Moho, I did not find the Mo hole. Apparently, the Mo hole exists. What I did find it, there's sort of a smiley face figure because Moho always faces forwards, going around the sun. The smiley face is kind of faced. It's just you sort of look at the mountains and stuff, and it kind of vaguely looks like a smiley face going forward as the planet goes around the sun. On Eve and Gilly, I didn't look at Eve too much because you can't really get close to Eve, and I did look at Gilly, could not find anything of note there. I've looked at, oh yeah, well, of course, we already talked about Kerbin, Minimus, and Moon. I've not studied Kerbin itself that much. Again, you'd have to kind of do that by airplane, and it's a lot of land area. I've looked at Duna. I've orbited it about 55 kilometers, and I've looked down, and I've basically dropped down on all the features that I would consider interesting enough to land at, and I could not find anything. And I've looked at Ike. I had to because of the mountain peaks. I decided to orbit at 22 kilometers. I think you could probably bring that down to about 18 and still be okay. I mean, there are super volcanoes all over Ike, so just in a low search orbit is not going to work terribly well. And I don't know. I just couldn't find anything when I was there. It smells like, I would say maybe a 30-40% chance or something there. I couldn't find it. I've looked at Drez. There's a glitch on the South Pole. It sort of looks like a 5-leaf and about a 6 on a pointed star down on the South Pole, and it's a terrain glitch. I don't consider it an Easter egg. Could not find anything else on Drez. On Lathe, I've dropped again, same procedure as Duna. I've dropped down on a couple of targets, nothing there. And Vol, the only thing I found was there's actually I think Vol is ice, and they're depicting it as ice these days. And on the jewel-facing side of Vol, there's a canyon with water or liquid or some liquid substance in the bottom, probably water. And I guess you'd call that a find, but maybe that'd be interesting for ISRU later on. But I, again, couldn't find anything. I've looked, and Bop is very hard to deal with. I mean, very bad. Well, we're on Tylo, and this is what I found on Tylo. And it's not really searchable from the ground. Look, if you try to skim the mountaintops, you're going about 2 kilometers a second, and the orbit's unstable. So, and that's a no-go. So basically, you have to go in from a high orbit and just pick out interesting points and then and try them out until you find this, basically. On Bop, it's so irregular. There's no way it's very difficult to search it systematically. Couldn't find anything. I think I've searched most of Pole. Same story. There's just, and I just couldn't find anything of note. I've looked at different landforms that seemed interesting. Nothing of note. I've looked at Elu. There's again, I've searched a lot of places. I found some incredibly deep canyons. Some of the canyons run 7 kilometers. In a very narrow canyon, 7 kilometers down from the surface, and nothing down there. And so this. I mean, of course, the game is very, very young, and when we start, I mean, if we get something like a scan sat, then you just basically put a satellite in orbit, go on vacation, and then come back and have a complete list. So I guess we're waiting for that. But right now, that's all I know about at this point, and that's all I've searched. Orbits around Elu were unstable last time I was there. And the only way to stay when the orbit gets really unstable, the only way to correct for that is to just stick in a 2x time warp, and doing that will stabilize the orbit usually, but it's kind of it's a mess. But anyway, I hope this video is, or at least this my video report of what I've been searching for. And some other people have posted Minmus videos. Nobody posted a Tylo video yet, so this is it. Thank you very much. Let's see.